Hello and welcome to Death of Raven Gaming. Today, as usual during the live stream, we're gonna play Marvel Champions LCG by Fancy Flight Games. And like we do when a new hero is released, we have the new hero, in this case Nebula, locked in, and then we randomize everything around her. In that case, like the aspect, the villain, and the modular encounter. Last week we played Adam Warlock, and next week we're going to play Spectrum, because that's also a new character that we haven't played on stream yet. But I thought it would be more fun to bring the one that was released today for the stream. So yeah, Nebula is new, but we're gonna start with randomizing the rest. So I just want to real quick apologize that the video quality might be worse than usual. I'm at my parents' place until Sunday, but next week it should be back to normal. And also one more thing is that next week we're gonna start streaming on Wednesdays again. Yeah, let's start with randomizing aspects. So Nebula in Justice, which is, just give me a second, which is really fun because she actually comes with a pre-con Justice deck, so that's gonna be a lot of fun new cards. I actually wouldn't mind leadership because there's a lot of new good Guardian leaderships as well. But who is this Nebula Justice gonna fight against? And Nebula is going to fight against Claw. Old-fashioned Claw. Okay. There we have Claw. We're gonna keep the number one since we only play expert here. So that is Claw. And then I think Claw has... Wait. Claw has one modular encounter set, exactly. And of course, the modular encounter sets here are also included ones from Mad Titan Shadow. I just don't hope it's the Infinity Gauntlets. Infinity Gauntlet Claw would be scary. We're actually doing Claw with Legions of Hell. Or Hell. Give just a second, because I have my... Wait. I forgot where I put the new stuff that I don't have dividers for yet. Legions of Hell. Okay. 1 through 7. So that's gonna be pretty cool. There's some minions, but there's also some attachments and treachery and side schemes. So, yeah. I'm just checking. Claw has a couple of minions, not too many, but a lot of side schemes as well, which is gonna be fun. So yeah, let's start with going through Nebula. Oh wow, I should have. So Nebula is a 2. We're gonna start with alter ego actually, and her alter ego is also Nebula. 3 recovery. She's an outlaw, and she's an ability called Cybernetic Upgrades. Response: after you play a technique upgrade, draw 2 cards, limited once per round. And you're gonna see these technique upgrades later if you don't already know what she does. And then on her other side is 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense, a guardian, and then combat protocols. Force response: after your turn begins, resolve the special ability on each technique upgrade you control, then discard each technique upgrade resolved this way. And I'm actually gonna jump forward. No, actually, so just remember the techniques. And they have specials, and they have a passive, and then you discard them after you use special. Then her signature ally is, of course, Gamora. 3 cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Guardian. After you play Gamora, choose a technique upgrade you control, then resolve its special ability. And that is without discarding it, so you can use it multiple times. Then you have 1 copy of Nebula's ship, which is a 2-cost support that exhaust to generate a wild resource. Just a really good card. Then we have the first 2 techniques, which are 2 copies of Cutthroat Ambition. 1-cost upgrade technique. While Nebula is in hero form, her attack gains piercing and overkill. So that's a passive. And then the special that is used at the beginning of her turn and then discarded or by other abilities is special. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. And there's a thwart ability, so that will block, for example, that will remove confuse instead, and that kind of stuff. Then we have 1 copy of Evasive Maneuvering technique, 1-cost upgrade. While in hero form, Nebula ignores the guard keyword, the patrol keyword, and the crisis icon. So that's a good passive. And then special, choose to either stun or confuse an enemy. Now we have 1 copy of Unyielding Persistence. 1-cost upgrade technique. While in hero form, Nebula gains +1 thwart and +1 attack and gains Stalwart. Special, give Nebula a tough status card. Also really good. 2 copies of Weapons Master. 1-cost upgrade. While in hero form, Nebula gains Retaliate 1. Special attack, so blocks, so stun will block it, but it also remove it. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Then we have 2 copies of Wide Stance. 1-cost upgrade technique. While Nebula is in hero form, reduce the amount of damage she takes from each attack by 1. And then special, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1, and put the others back in any order. So that's all her techniques. And then she have 2 copies of Combat Ready, which is a 0-cost event. It's a skill. It's an alter ego action. Choose 1. Shuffle up to 2 technique card upgrades from your discard pile into your deck, or discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a technique upgrade. Put that upgrade into play, then resolve its special ability. That is just really good to either just shuffle techniques back or just do it. Shame it's an alter ego action, but I also understand why it's an alter ego action. It's just a good card. And then the last card she has, it's 3 copies, is Lethal Intent. An X-cost event. Hero action. Choose up to X technique upgrades you control. Resolve each of their special abilities in the order of your choice. So just pay the amount of equal to the amount of techniques you want to activate the special ability of. Just great. And then as usual, we go over the obligation as well. Not Nebusis set, because Nebusis is not necessarily gonna happen in this stream, so we just talk about the obligation. Inferiority complex. Give it to the Nebula player, and then the basic stuff. Flip to alter ego form. You may choose exhaust your alter ego to remove it from the game, or choose and discard 2 technique upgrades you control. If no upgrades were discarded this way, discard gains surge, and then discard this obligation. Nasty if you have a lot of techniques which you want to have, but not always going to be a problem. I mean, this having surge is a problem, but not always like the card itself. So I'm just going to actually put all the techniques in one pile, because they're kind of her special thing that she wants to work with, the things. I'm actually going to put all her cards here except Nebula Ship, because I usually sort them in different stuff, and this is literally what she wants to do, isn't here. Is all her cards except Nebula Ships, which is research generation, and this is an ally. I usually have allies by myself. So yeah, there are a couple of oh, sorry, I forgot to say, she has 9 hit points and hand size 5 and 6. So, let's start with the normal stuff that I'm probably gonna want to run, which is I want to run 1 of every double resource, which is gonna be 3. We count the amount of cards here at the channel with the hero health bar there when we deck build. And then an endurance, and then a crew quarters actually. Endurance to give +3 health, and then crew quarters will let me exhaust it to heal damage when I'm in alter ego alter ego mode, which is gonna be good because then I don't have exhaust necessarily if I only have to heal a few, you know. So there's a lot of fun new allies actually. I am going to put in So I'm going to start by putting in Wraith, which is a new card from this pack. 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 3 attack, but with 2 cost close damage, 3 health, Guardian. Hero interrupt. When a boost card is turned face up, exhaust Wraith and deal 1 damage to him. Cancel the card's boost effect. I think that's just a nice survivability ability in Justice. I am also going to put in Vicken. I want the sheep ally, and I was thinking Eros or Quake. But no. So Vicken is 2 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health, Avenger. After Vicken thwarts, discard a top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy. It's just some nice... it's just a sheep, you know? Which is a good thing. Then I was thinking of... I'm gonna put in Jack Flag. I really like him, so yeah. 4 cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack, Guardian, 3 health. Responds after Jack Flag thwarts, place 1 ammo counter on him. Hero action, exhaust Jack Flag and remove 1 ammo counter from him. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. It's just nice to have the option to deal damage, but also that it does so much. You can basically do thwart twice, and then do 2 damage twice, and then thwart twice again. So I have 6 thwart and 2 damage for I mean, it's over many rounds, but still, it's a good ally. And I'm going to now just in the end throw in Jessica Jones. 3 cost ally, and this is gonna be +4. 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health, defender. Jessica Jones gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. I just think they're a good... I think they're all good cards, and I really look forward to playing with Wraith. I was considering some of the new stuff, but no, I think I want this. Which means I'm gonna go over to supports. I don't like the supports in Justice. Not enough to actually run one of them. Beat Cop can be fun, but it takes way too long for me to have any real value for my playstyle. And it costs 3, so not really worth it. Upgrades. I know one I'm going to put in, and it is Under Surveillance. I'm just gonna see how many main schemes Claw have. I think he has 2. He does have 2. But Under Surveillance, attached to the main scheme, 2 cost upgrade. Max 1 per scheme, increase the target threat value of attached scheme by 4. It's just such a good card, especially in solo. So that's just gonna help a little bit. And then we have put in Heroic Intuition, which is 2 cost upgrade. Play under any player's control. Max 1 player, get +1 thwart. Just a great card. And then we had some new, or not new, wait. Justice Served. Play under any player's control. Max 1 player, 1 cost upgrade. Hero responds after you thwart and remove the last threat from a scheme. Discard Justice Served. Ready your hero. You know what? Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna try it. And then I might cut it before we start playing, but I'm gonna put it in there at least for right now. 2 copies of it. Then we have events. Wait. 6, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yes. Events, you don't have aerial. I'm gonna put in the Living Tribunal because I liked him last time. 2-cost event, Cosmic Entity, action, shuffle this card into the encounter deck without looking. When revealed, remove 2 threat from the main scheme and remove this card from the game. The effect cannot be cancelled. I just like it. And actually I'm gonna put in 2 making an entrance. 1-cost event, skill, hero interrupt. When your hero makes a basic thwart, you get +2 thwart for that thwart. After that thwart ends, if your hero removed all threat from a scheme, that way heal 2 damage from your hero. So that was +2. And now I just kinda want damaging stuff. Ooh, another. I might try and Actually, I'm gonna put in 2 Think Fast. And Think Fast is 1-cost event, play only if your identity has the Guardian trait, which Nebula does. Hero action, take 1 damage, confuse the villain. I think that is a very good. I like it, actually. And confuse Nebula in general, because of when she's in hero form, all the technique cards removes when you she wants to be in alter ego form a lot, which is why I do stuff a lot of the kind of confusing stuff. Yeah, you know what? Let's add 2 Turn the Tide. After your hero thwarts and removes all threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. You just kind of like have to be able to deal damage, and I'm gonna actually try and I'm trying to, deal damage as well. I'm trying to still do thwart stuff, because I think thwart stuff, I think it's very important. But I'm trying to do it in such a way where it deals damage. Like here, you have the thwart to deal damage. And I'm gonna take 2 copies of Pivotal Moment. Deal 2 damage to the villain. 5 damage instead if there is no threat on the main scheme. I'm just trying a new thing, And then actually I'm gonna take 2 Brains of a Bronze that I haven't played yet. 2-cost event, attack. After your hero makes a basic thwart, deal damage to an enemy equal to your hero's thwart. It's like a 2-cost untap, basically, where you can attack again. And yeah, maybe I should have put them in a little bit better order, but let's just pile it on, I guess. Stuff that also deals damage. I don't like Concussive Blow, because you have to... I might actually do... Okay. I'm gonna put in 2 foiled. 0-cost event, when a boost card is turned face up during a scheme activation, cancel its boost icons. Actually, no. I don't really feel like that one this time. I want to do more damage. Scare tactics is only confused, and I don't have enough confused in the deck yet. Stealth strike is only 4, unless I... I am thinking... What I could do is throw in some basic stuff. Wait. Let me just take basic out of its place. Right. I'm trying to just, like, you know... Yeah... No. Let's go right now. Okay. I don't really like a lot of this, actually. Actually, do I want another support to make stuff cheaper? It would be Helicarrier in that case. No. I'm happy with the ship only. It costs 2 as well, which is very, very cheap. How many thwart? This is a lot of attacks. Okay, I don't have any thwart skills. I have a lot to do with my thwart stuff. I guess I should actually put in some... we'll see... Yeah... It's only Venom that is... I don't want another expensive... After you defeat a minion, exhaust, to remove a threat, no. Actually, I might do some other upgrades. Actually, I might. Nonsense Justice. No. What I'm considering doing is taking some Sonic Rifles to keep. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take 2 Sonic Rifles. It's a 3-cost upgrade. Sonic Rifle. Attack weapon restricted. Uses 2 charge counters. Exhaust Sonic Rifle and remove 1 charge counter from a confused enemy. Deal 3 damage to an enemy instead if it's already confused. I think it's just going to be nice to be able to confuse more since we want to be in Alter Ego. And then I'm actually going to take 2 one way or another. 0 cost event, maximum per round. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Reveal that side scheme and draw 3 cards. And shuffle the encounter deck. So yeah, I think we're gonna start like that. And then if we lose, which is not the most difficult thing to do when you're talking about Claw. But yeah, let's just do this, and I'm just gonna double count everything. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 43, exactly. So let's bring the health down to 9. And then the villain actually starts on 18. Ooh. So yeah, let's just start sleeving. So yeah, I'm really happy that in 2 weeks' time I got both Mad Titan Shadow and Nebula. That made me really happy. A lot of new cards, a lot of new heroes to play. And yeah, I can't wait for the next one. I think War Machine is next. And I don't really care. I mean, I don't care about the comic version or the movie version of War Machine, but I think the character looks very fun. And I think also that there's a lot of good leadership cards. Leadership cards that make leadership even better in solo specifically, because I think sometimes I think that leadership takes a little bit too long to set up in solo, but it might just actually be me. It should be strong, like theoretically, but I just don't pull the allies when I need it and like that kind of stuff. But yeah. And then a little bit of spoiler alert about the next big set for the people who don't want to be spoiled about what's gonna come up. But they announced on the in-flight report of Gen Con this year that we're just gonna switch to this screen. That the next story box is a story box called Sinister Motives, with the thematic around Sinister Six and Spider-Man villains and heroes. Which means, of course, we're getting Ghost Spider and Spider-Man Miles Morales. And then they said also that after that, there's going to be some surprises with the heroes, but also, like, there's coming Web Warriors. And then when I say hearing that Web Warriors, there's like a couple of Web Warriors, I'm thinking if they're not going to do Web Warriors as a trait, like they have Avengers and Guardians. The problem with that is that Spider-Man in the original set doesn't have Web Warrior, which I think would be weird. But I don't know how they're going to do that. But we're getting Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, which I'm really hyped about. Wondering how they're going to make them different, and I'm probably going to have a card like Venom had, that is just Spidey Sense. That is an upgrade. That gives you Spider-Man's basic ability. Who knows, maybe they're going to come out with a second version of Spider-Man. Maybe that's the big surprise, that they're going to do a second version of a more experienced Spider-Man, or like that kind of stuff. Who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I think there's a lot of other heroes we should get first to do repeats, but I think it would be cool to make like almost like Marvel Crisis Protocol, where they make different versions of very powerful or like different versions for different times in their lives. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna shuffle a little bit. So the story is: the attack on the SHIELD facility has been linked to an underground weapons network. And yeah. Set up search the encounter deck for the defense network side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. I should have done that first. Search the... it is defense network. Defense network. There we have defense network, which is place an additional threat per player here, which means it's supposed to be 3 threat on it. Oh, it's just a crisis. Okay, I see. And Claw's criminal enterprise is protected by a gang of hired thugs. And then search encounter... Okay, so apparently I should read everything before I start shuffling. But the Claw is... This version we're having here is when revealed. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Immortal Claw and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Which is a 3 threat one. Claw gets plus 10 hit points. Great. Like that. And... he loses them when that scheme disappears, and it's an extra, like, it's an acceleration symbol on it. So there we have that. And then we're gonna flip that, so it's on the other side. I think the setup actually happens after we draw our cards, so I'm not gonna know what minion that is. But I'm gonna shuffle this deck, of course, as well. I think it's quite important with Nebula to start with at least one or possibly two techniques. So you get that card draw at the beginning of your turn. So I'm probably gonna quite hard mulligan for that. But considering there's like 13 technique cards, I should be able to draw one in an open hand. Which means, yeah, I'm gonna draw my 6 cards. 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna start with Lethal Intent, Jessica Jones, Cutthroat Ambitions, One Way or Another, Combat Ready, and Gamora. So I think that's actually like a really strong opening hand. So I'm gonna keep that. And now I'm gonna do the flip here. In the comments, please tell me if I do something wrong in the rules. I had actually a very lovely viewer last week. Sorry I haven't written down your name or anything, but I really appreciate that they commented a couple of rule mistakes, and they're gonna happen. And I really appreciate that you guys take the time to write it down, so I can be better. The rules mistake I did, I'm not gonna read out loud what they were, but I'm trying to remember them this time. For the ones that I can, because they were from the Adam Warlock otherwise. But yeah, just so you guys know. But discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, put them into play. Engage with the first player. Armored Guard, which has guard and toughness. So it starts with a tough status token. And your investigation reveals that the criminal enterprise is operated by Claw, an old rival of the Avengers. So, yeah. Let's start this. 928 looks very scary, health-wise. But yeah, so let's just start. Which means that I'm actually going to start by... I mean, Jessica Jones is really, really good right now, but I'm not going to be able to get her out anyway. I have too many other stuff. So I'm going to throw away Jessica Jones to play Cutthroat Ambitions, which means I have Piercing and Overkill. And especially remove 3 threat from a scheme. And after you play a technique upgrade, draw 2 cards, limited once per round. Which is Pivotal Moment and Brains over Brawn. Which means actually I'm gonna flip to that. No, actually, I'm gonna stay in Alter Ego, sorry. And then I'm gonna use Combat Ready to discard cards from the top of my deck until I discard a technique upgrade, put that upgrade into play, and resolve its special ability. Making an entrance, Crew Quarter, sadly, Lethal Intent, Justice Served, Weapon Master, which means I get a Retaliate 1, and I'm gonna, thanks to the Combat Ready, it says discard cards from the top of your deck, and then resolve special ability. So I did 4 damage to an enemy. And those 4 damage is gonna go directly on Claw. Because that one has tough status card. I'm not gonna play it like that now. But if anyone knows, please comment in the comments. It doesn't say her basic attack gains piercing and overkill. It just says her attacks gain piercing and overkill. And this is an attack. So shouldn't it also have piercing and overkill? Please comment in the comments. I think it's going to be like that, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm not sure. But in that case, I could have killed the Armored Guard. So yeah, that's just like where I am right now. So that's 4 damage to him. I'm gonna flip now to Nebula. And Brain over Brawn, Lethal Intent. I'm actually gonna... There's a lot of thwart and stuff, but I'm gonna actually use one way or another to search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal that scheme. So I can search for it. Legions of Hell, place 2 additional threat here for each undead minion in play. Sorry. If there is no undead minion in play, this card can search. Okay, no, that's stupid. Legions of Hell, illegal arms factory, place an additional 1 threat per player here. It just happens that I have almost every one out. So yeah, I'm actually going to take Illegal's Arm Factory, even though it's a really nasty one. And place an additional 1 per player. So I'm going to have to remove that somehow, you know, before that one actually happens. But that lets me actually to draw 3 cards, is what I get. 1, 2, 3, which is absolutely great. I am going to I am going to throw away Genius to play Under Surveillance, which increases this one to 10, which is going to make it a little bit more comfortable for us. The threat there is going to be target threat value is going to be 10, and then I'm gonna probably throw away I'm gonna throw away Brains over Brawn and turn the tide. Actually, yeah. You know what? I wasn't allowed to attack Claw before because Guard activates on that attack, so I had to attack the Armored Guard. But I think the piercing would have worked on that. So I'm just gonna remove the Armored Guard instead of dealing damage before. I deal 4 damage to an enemy, and it has piercing and overkill thanks to cut ambition. And if that's wrong, comment section please inform me of that. But I think that's how it works, and I'm gonna give the villain back his 4 health because I remember that he had a guard there, which means that I really and he only had 3 health, so it actually has overkill as well thanks to that. That's great. I'm gonna throw away Turn the Tide and Brains over Brawn. Or actually, yeah. No. I'm gonna throw away Pivotal Moment and Brains over Brawn to use Lethal Intent with 2, which means I will activate both these special abilities. And let's start with the 4 damage to the villain. 2, 3, 4. And then remove 3 threat from a scheme. And I'm going to remove 3 threat from that scheme. And then I'm going to tap Nebula and basic thwart. Away Illegal Arms Factory. Or wait. Wait. Give me just 1 second, guys. Wait. And it's called Crisis. Crisis icon. If it's like... wait. Sorry, it's just... I forgot that... I'm just going to the rules, because Crisis icons is it's just... See, side scheme, okay. If it's just the main or all... side scheme for each if side scheme has the Christ token, the side scheme must be discarded before threat can be removed from the main scheme. Exactly. So that's what I was just checking. So yeah, it is fine that I remove from illegal arms factory first, which means I remove illegal arms factory, and that means I can also play Turn the Tide. After your hero thwarts or removes threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So deal 3 more damage to the villain. And I have Gamora on hand, and that was my turn. So let's untap, drop to 5, Jack Flag, Cutthroat Ambition again, Pivotal Moment, and Sonic Rifle. And so yeah, it's the villain phase, which means 2 threat on the main scheme. And he's gonna attack me, and he gets 2 boost cards actually. So I guess that's max damage 7 most likely. So I'm actually gonna let him. I'm not gonna defend or anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll take 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. nasty hit. And then I get an encounter card, which is Sonic Boom. Either spend or exhaust each character you control. So I'm gonna just exhaust Nebula, because I mean I could, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it really. So yeah, no. Okay, which means it's back to our turn. Which means after your turn begins, resolve a special ability on each technique upgrade you control, then discard each generic. So I'm gonna start with I'm guessing it's my order. It doesn't really make any difference. I just start Weapon Master. It deals 4 damage to the villain. And Cutthroat Ambitions, remove 3 threats from a scheme, which I'm gonna remove 3 threats from Defense Network and put it there. And then I'm actually gonna have a pretty easy turn. I'm gonna throw away Jack. Oh wait. Sorry. I should not have removed 3 threats from Defensive Network. I removed 3 threats from the Immortal Claw. So which means he loses his 10 health he got before. So he's going to go down to 6. And now let's see what I'm going to do. I don't know why, but when I counted what I was going to do this turn, I counted with 1 extra card in my hand. Oh, sorry. Wrong camera. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of throwing out the second Cutthroat Ambition. But I really would have wanted Gamora to go out as well, which is not gonna happen. So yeah. Let's remove 3 threats. He has 2 thwart. I'm actually gonna throw away Gamora, Pivotal Moment, Cutthroat Ambition, and Sonic Rifle to play Jack Flag. Jack Flag is no. I am stupid. Sorry. Ignore that. I'm throwing away Pivotal Moment, Gamora, and Jack Flag to play Sonic Rifle, which uses 2 charges. I'm gonna tap Sonic Rifle to confuse the villain. Then I'm gonna flip back to Alter Ego mode. And then I'm done for my turn. Which means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw up to 6. Think fast. Energy. Wide stance. Not who stands. Lethal Intent, nice. And Turn the Tide. That's a great combo of cards. Which means to the villain phase, we get 1 threat on the main scheme. He's confused, so he's not going to activate. And then I get an encounter card, which is Exhaustion, Surge, and exhaust your identity again. That was quite bad. And then Fallen Warrior, treat each ally as an... Wait. When revealed, discard a card from the top of your deck until you discard an ally. Put that ally into play engaged with you with Fallen Warrior attached to it. Okay. Come on, allies. Oh, those two would have been so good to get. Where's those allies? Wraith. Okay. And then you attached Fallen Warrior, and then treat each ally as an undead minion with a blank text box. Attached minion scheme is equal to its printed thwart, and does not take consequential damage. So yeah, that's bad. But it's our turn. And we're going to have to flip back one way or another. So I'm gonna throw away Think Fast to play. Let's start with Wide Stance. And let's get, 2 more cards thanks to my passive. Justice Served. And Weapon Mastery. Oh, right. The villain should have taken 1 more damage before, because I had Weapon Mastery out. I think it was Weapon Mastery. Yes, and I had Retaliate 1. So I would have punched him back 1. I am going to throw away. I'm gonna flip to Alter Ego mode. Throw away Turn the Tide to play Cutthroat Ambition. I'm gonna throw away Justice Served to play Weapon Master. Then I'm gonna throw away Energy to activate special ability on 2 of those. So I am dealing 4 damage to my old friend Wraith, because he has a 3 attack, which means Wraith goes into my discard pile. And then the second one I choose is gonna be Wide Stance, which let me look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1 and put the others back in any order. So yeah, we have Advance, we have Armor Guard, and Legions of Hell. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw away Legions of Hell. I am gonna put Advance on top and an Armored Guard under. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then that's my turn, so I'll draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vicken, Evasive Maneuver, Unyielding Presence, Sonic Rifle, Living Tribunal. Okay, which means it's the villain phase. 1 threat on the main scheme. Claw is gonna attack me, I'm not gonna defend. Oh no, it's only 1 attack, which my Wide Stance blocks. While Nebula is in hero form, reduce the amount of damage takes from each attack by 1. And also she retaliates 1, so actually that 1 damage goes just back to the villain. We're down on the same health, great. And then I get this as an encounter card, which is just an Armored Guard. And then I get to... So I am using Cutthroat... no, I'm going to use Weapon Master first, which let me deal 4 damage on enemy, which still has this passive on, which means I will be able to kill the Tough and Armored Guard. If that's wrong, comments, please tell me in the comments afterwards. I would love to learn, but I'm going to play like this for right now. Next up, I'm going to throw away Cutthroat Ambition, which means remove 3 threat from there. And then next up, it's Wide Stance, which let me look at the top 3 cards and see. Discard 1 and put 2 on the back, on top. Wait, how much am I gonna... Okay, I'm just looking through what I'm gonna do. So I don't mind the advance too much. So I'm gonna put the advance on top, and then caught off guard, which is gonna be the boost card for Claw, because this one's gonna be because the one run out of my deck, and then I throw away weapons runner. Okay, that's gonna be my turn. Which now means that this is my hand. Why am I tapped? I should have untapped before. Sorry. And I'm gonna throw away my Sonic Rifle here to play Unyielding Presence to give me plus thwart and +1 attack. I am gonna throw away Vicken to play Evasive Maneuvering. While in hero form, Nebula ignores a guard keyword, a patrol keyword, and the crisis icon. Special, choose to either stun or accuse an enemy. +1 thwart, +1 attack, engage downward. Gain Nebula a tough stats card. Which means I'm probably gonna flip back, but that's gonna. How do I want to do this? Okay, yeah, I think I know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use Sonic Rifle. Yeah, is what I'm gonna do to give the villain a confused card, confused status, and then I'm going to tap Nebula to remove 3 threat. And that's all I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna untap, draw a card, which is Nebula Ship, finally. And then I'm gonna reshuffle this. I'm gonna get that as my encounter card. And wait a second. Okay, that was me shuffling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cutthroat Ambition, Think Fast, Endurance, Nebula Ship, Living Tribunal. Okay, that's great hand. Which means the 1 threat on the main scheme. The villain's gonna attack me with 1. I'm just gonna take it because it's only a +1 there, so that's 2. Then I'm gonna get a card for me. I'm gonna take the first one first. The villain schemes, which means he's confused, so he's gonna remove the confused status effect. And then he has Sonic Boom, so I have to exhaust each character I control, which is really annoying. Or I have to pay those, and that's more annoying, actually. Okay, yeah, exhaust Nebula. And it's my turn, which means I get to activate these first, which means I'm gonna give Nebula a tough status card. Unyielding Persistence. That is not in the... That's wrong deck. That's gonna be there. Evasive Maneuver is choose to either stun or confuse the enemy. I am going to confuse the enemy. Oh wow, guys, I just realized that I have forgotten to give Claw his second boost card. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna remember that from now on. I'm not gonna go back because it's been too much, but let's just continue where we are. And in that case, I wouldn't have played as I've played at all. So let's just go with what we had. And then we're gonna have to fix that later. But yeah. So I am going to flip to Alter Ego mode. I'm gonna play Think Fast to pay for Cutthroat Ambition, which let me draw 2 cards thanks to her Outlaw ability. Oh, Sonic Rifle is good. But I'm gonna throw away Sonic Rifle to pay for Endurance, which gives me +3 hit points. Then I'm actually gonna throw away Lethal Intent and the Living Tribunal to play Nebula. Wait a second. No. Let's go back here. I'm just stupid. what I do is I play for away Living Tribunal and Sonic Rifle to play Nebula Ship, and then I tap Nebula Shift to play Endurance. I still have Lethal Intent. That's what I do, so I have the good card left. And that means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw up to 6. Weapon Master, Justice Served, Brains over Brawn, Combat Ready and one way or another. And we go to Claw, who is gonna get a threat on the main scheme. He's confused. And then I get an encounter card. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If no side scheme are in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until the side scheme is revealed. I think we only have Legions of Hell left, yes. Which means place 2 additional threat here for each under minion play, or gain Surge. Okay, so gain Surge, which means Sonic Conversion. Attach Claw. After Claw attacks and damages a character, stun that character. That's nasty. That is nasty. But that's one of each. I don't even have one on each of my hand, so. Okay. What I'm gonna do is so either I'm gonna play Combat Ready first. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And either I get another one out, or I shuffle the 2 I have in. I shuffle the 2 I have in. So choose one, shuffle up to 2 technique upgrades from your discard pile into your deck, which is a 2 with only 1 copy on it. So let's just get those shuffled in. Nice. And I see some new viewers has joined. Hello, we're playing Nebula Justice versus the Claw with Legions of Hell. And yeah, so that's gonna be that. Then I'm gonna tap Nebula Ship to play Weapons Master, which is my second technique now, which means I get to draw 2 cards. Vicken and Evasive Maneuver, that's what I was after. Which means I'm gonna recover with Nebula, actually. 3 health. Then I'm gonna flip to hero mode. I am going to I can't use one way or another because if I remember correctly, there's no side schemes left in the deck. But so I'm thinking of what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw away one way or another to play Evasive Maneuver. And then I'm gonna throw away Justice Served, Brains Over Bond, and Wiccan to use Lethal Intent with 3. Which means, first of all, I'm gonna deal 4 damage to the villain. Which means he is turning into his next phase, which has 22 health. Whoo! That was a little bit overshot. It has toughness. It enters with toughness. That's annoying. And then he hits harder now. So that was D4 damage on enemy. Then I'm gonna remove 3 threat from a scheme, and that's gonna be Legions of Heal. And then it's gonna be the last choose either stun or confuse an enemy. I'm gonna choose to stun Claw. And I think that was my turn, yeah. Which means I'm gonna untap everything. Draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which gives me Weapon Mastery, Energy making an entrance, Wide Stance, and another Lethal Intent. Nice. Okay, villain face. One threat in the main scheme. He tries to attack, but he's stunned, which gives me an encounter card, which is a Draugr, a guard. Choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat in the main scheme with this one. Okay. Which means it's my turn. I start with Weapon Master, which deals 4 damage to the Draugr, and then has Overkill as well, so that's going to damage 1 to Claw, which removes the Tough status card. Then I remove 3 threat from a scheme, which is going to be the main scheme. And then I am going to be able to choose to either stun or confuse an enemy. And what do I have on my hand? I'm gonna stun, right? This is very... Oh, right. Oh, but she didn't attack me, so that's fine. I didn't retaliate. Okay, now we have to make a decision. I don't really have... Then I wouldn't have to go with heal now. So yeah, I'm gonna stun Claw. That's what I'm gonna do. Which means it is my turn. Because now we've done the force response. Then I'm using Nebula ship to play Weapon Master. Throwing away making an entrance to get wide stance. While in hero form, reduce the amount of damage it takes from each attack by 1, and Nebula gains retaliate 1. Then I'm actually gonna use energy lethal intent, which means choose up to X technique upgrades you control, resolve each of the special abilities. So we're gonna be able to deal 4 damage to an enemy, which is the villain. And then we're gonna be able to look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1, and put the others back in any order. Which I'm gonna move to the other camera. Inferiority Complex, Armored Guard, and Assault. So wait. Yeah, I'm gonna throw away Inferiority Complex. Armored Guard is gonna be what we pull, and then the next boost after that is gonna be Assault, at least one of them, which is gonna be a 0. That's good to know. Which, yeah. And then I have my basic ability left. I am just gonna attack Claw for 2. And that was my turn, which means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think Fast, Strength, Pivotal Moment, Genius, Cutthroat, Ambition. That is actually... Oh, wow. That's actually not terrible. Huh. Okay, anyway. 1 threat on the main scheme. Yes. He's not going to attack because he's stunned. And then the encounter card is going to be the Armored Guard with Tough, which means it's our turn again. Which means, sadly, my Weapon Master is going to fizzle out in the Tough card because I don't have the other card now to make my attack pierce. But my Wide Stance still works, which means I get to look at the top 3 cards here, and then I can throw 1 away. Oof, this is rough. This card gains Surge. So wait. I was planning on confusing him and flipping back, which means the next card's gonna be what I pull. I'm just gonna put Assault and Weapons Runner, and then throw away Shadows of the Past. I don't want to risk having Shadows of the Past. And both the other ones had Surge, so I couldn't really do anything more. Okay, which means it is our turn. So what I want to do is I'm gonna actually basic tap Nebula to thwart 2 away from the main scheme. Which means it has 0. And then I'm gonna throw away Genius to play Pivotal Moment, deal 2 damage to the villain. 5 damage instead, if there's no threat on the main scheme, which there aren't. So that's 5 damage on the villain. And then oh wow, I don't want to do think fast, do I? Because I'm gonna lose my tough status card because of that. I'm gonna do it anyway because I'd rather him not scheming right now. Because it's 3. I mean, he's mostly probably gonna scheme 6. So that's gonna be not a fail. So that's gonna be 7. So that's not gonna be bad. So yeah, no, I'm gonna actually not use Think Fast. I'm actually gonna flip back to Alter Ego mode. And then use Nebula Ship to play Cutthroat Ambition. Which means let me draw 2 cards. It's just like if I could do something. Ooh. I'm not gonna use that right now. I mean, what I can do is I can throw away Strength and Think Fast to, in the future, have a Sonic Rifle where I can confuse twice when I want to flip back once. So I think that's the right choice to make. And then I have a Gamora if I'm lucky. Which means that was my turn, which means I'm gonna untap everything. I'm gonna draw up to 6. Turn the Tide. Combat ready. Nice. Turn the Tide again. Wide stance. Nice. And one way or another. Okay. That is actually not a terrible thing, actually. Okay, which means it's going to be the villain phase, which means 1 threat there. And then he's going to actually scheme, which is 3 plus 0. Right, I put it there. And I didn't confuse him, so now I get the other. Yeah. I'm just stupid, apparently. I should have put. Yeah. So that's 4 there. He doesn't have a scheme, so he doesn't scheme. Then I get an encounter card, which is going to be the Weapon Runner, which has Surge, which means I get an Assault, which also has Surge in Alter Ego, which means I get a Claw's Revenge. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. Ooh, this can be nasty, actually. That can be really nasty if I lose my 1 technique. Turn the Tide. Okay, that's fine. That's really fine, actually. Okay. That was that, which means it is our turn. Which means I'm going to start by using Nebula Ship to play Wide Stance. And draw 2 cards. Then, how many do I have in here? I have 1, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of the 13, 6, 7. Out of 13, 6 left in here. So I'm actually going to use Combat Ready to discard card from the top of the technique, put the upgrade into play, and then resolve its special ability. Crew Quarters, Unyielding Presence, which means I would get myself a tough status card. Well, I don't get to do that ability. But it could be worse. Which means actually I am going to flip. I could have tapped, but I'm not going to tap because I have tough. I'm going to have tough next turn thanks to Unyielding Presence. And how's it +1 thwart an attack? So I am going to. What do I have here? I have. Okay, that's actually not bad. I'm gonna throw away Jack Flag one way or another in pivotal moments to play Gamora. After you play Gamora, choose a technique upgrade you control, then resolve its special ability, and I'm gonna do the Cutthroat Ambition and remove 3 threat from a scheme, which means I'm gonna remove 3 threat from there. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. I am actually gonna use the Wide Stance to look at top 3. That's gonna be a boost anyway in my tough. So no, I'm not gonna do that either. I am actually gonna remove the 3 threat. Sorry. And then I am actually going to... Alright, he has +1 attack. I'm gonna tap Gamora. Or actually not yet. It's actually... Gamora is gonna... It has to be me. So Gamora is gonna tap and attack the Weapon Runner, which will kill the Weapon Runner. And then... Actually, Nebula is gonna attack with +1 attack thanks to Unyielding Presence, which will kill the Armored Guard. And that was my turn. And I have Turn the Tide. I really want to use it, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So let's untap everything. Let's untap everything. Draw up to 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, the first time I haven't had a technique upgrade in my hand this entire game. I've been pretty lucky with that. Okay. And 1 threat on main scheme. He is gonna attack me. That's gonna be his boost card, and he's also gonna get another boost card. So let's shuffle this. And I'm pretty happy with that. So that's attack 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I mean, I have a tough status card. So that is 0. And then I get an encounter card, which is going to be Fallen Warrior. Which means we're going to discard until we have... okay, they get... Fallen Warrior is on Jessica Jones. Okay. Not too bad. Which means it's our turn. Actually, so someone told me last week on the chat that you actually don't, when you draw a card, you shuffle. So actually, I think I should have gotten another encounter card there, because it makes me discard cards, and then after that has happened, I'm gonna reshuffle the deck, and then I get an encounter card. I think that's how it works now. Someone told me on the stream. So I'm gonna play with that now. I'm gonna double check it afterwards. And yeah, so let's see what I get for encounter card after this. And that is going to be solid sound body. Attached to claw. Claw can retaliate. And then you have to spend 1 of everything to discard it. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Which means now we're doing the going through everything here. Which is gonna be Unyielding Presence is gonna give me a tough status card. Yup. Cutthroat Ambition is gonna remove the 2 threat that is on the main scheme. Yup. And Wide Stance is gonna let me look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Oh wow! So actually now I realize that the top 2 cards I put there is gonna be both boost because of that. So I'm gonna actually put Shadows of the Past and Claw's Vengeance. No, Inferiority Claw is better. So I'm gonna use Shadows of the Past and then those 2 there. Okay. Which means go back here. And actually, when I did a thwart on Cutthroat Ambition, I also play Turn the Tide to deal 3 damage to the villain. And then in my turn, I'm gonna tap for my Heroic Intuition, making an entrance and Nebula Ship to play Wraith. Also, Gamora is supposed to have 1 damage from attacking. And Wraith is just a good boost effect blocker. 3, 5, 6, 7. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna more safely go into Alter Ego mode, even though I have a tough status card. No. Which one did I put on top is the question. Did I put Shadows of the Past on top? I don't remember. So I'm not gonna go into Alter Ego mode, sadly. I mean, I don't have to either. I'm gonna tap Gamora. No, I'm gonna tap Gamora to deal 1 damage to the villain, 2 damage to the villain. I'm gonna tap myself to deal 2 damage to the villain. And because Wraith can't deal 4 and only deal 3, he's gonna actually tap, deal 2 damage to him, because I'm probably only gonna have to block 1 boost effect anyway. And it's not gonna be that. And then I'm gonna deal 3 damage to Jessica Jones, which means Jessica Jones will come back there. And also, never mind, I did not do these things. He has 4 more health. I forgot he has Retaliate. So no, I'm gonna be happy with this. So untap everything. No. I'm gonna tap Sonic Rifle and confuse him. And then I'm gonna untap everything. And drop to 5. Living Tribunal, making an entrance, crew quarters, Brains over Brawn. Another one with no techniques. Ooh, that's rough. But that should be fine. We're fine. Which means it's the villain phase. 1 threat on the main scheme, and then it's gonna attack with 2 boosts, which is gonna be 3. Good thing we didn't go back, because then I would have had that. But 3. I mean, it would have been fine anyway, actually. So plus 3, which is 5 damage, but I have a tough status card that is removed instead. And then I get an encounter card, which hopefully is not the villain in each minion engaged with you attacks you. Great. So I'm actually going to put Gamora in front of this attack, which is going to be 3, 4, 5 damage. I would have been fine anyway. But thank you, Gamora. You know, she froze her sister in front of stuff. And yeah, it's our turn. 8 damage in 1 turn should be very, very possible. If I drew bet 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is. So I'm using Sonic Rifle. Sonic Rifle is confuse an enemy. Or deal 3 damage to an enemy if it's already confused. Since Claw is confused, I deal 3 damage. Nebula can attack for 2. And then Wraith can attack for 3. Which means we have won the scenario. So yeah, I said before I forgot about the double boost cards. So some people may say it's not fair that I won, but I would have definitely played very differently. More flipping back, even. But my first impression of Nebula is awesome. If you could have semi-luck and draw as many... like having 1 or 2 techniques every turn like I did, she's really, really good. I mean, of course, being able to confuse, as you see, these sleeves are literally breaking apart in front of me. If you if you play Justice, she's very good because you can confuse so much. But I can imagine even leadership, where you can thwart so much with allies and stuff. It can be really good. I can imagine protection and aggression being more difficult, especially in True Solo. If you're not playing True Solo and have someone else playing Justice, or literally anything else, then it's fine. But yeah, really fun character, and I can't wait for us to randomize her into her again. So, let's just go to my little checklist, which I'm just gonna click there. We have the checklist. We find that, not that Nebula, Claw, which is C actually. And then we scroll down to Nebula there. We do that, and then we fill in yellow, because nope. Ah, that was the wrong one. They're yellow because we succeeded in justice. So, yeah. That's great. And if you don't know what black is, it's because Adam Warlock uses all. But yeah, so thank you all for watching this stream. I had a blast with Nebula. Pun intended with her blast thing. But yeah, so if I did anything wrong, which I did with forgetting about double boost cards for 2-3 attacks or what it was, but I would have played very differently, like defending more and stuff. But yeah, I could replay, but honestly, like it's fine. It's a fun game. I know there's a lot of there can be a lot of beginners watching, and don't take this as the like play Champions 101. I do a lot of things wrong. I forget stuff. I think it's fine. I'm playing, even though I'm streaming because it's fun. I'm trying to like find a casual like streaming quality for other people to watch. And it's fine if something bad happens. I'm not super competitive. Like, it's a corporate game, so you shouldn't be super competitive. But I understand if, like, I'm trying to follow the rules as much as possible. And if I forget something, I'm not gonna go out of my way to make it, to, like, go back or, like, restart a game because of it. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it's been all of the game, then sure. But, like, it's just a couple of attacks. And it's just attacks, it's not the schemes. But thank you all for watching. Nebula is absolutely amazing. And I'm really looking forward to playing her in other aspects. But yeah, so I see you next Wednesday. Actually, for next stream. We're back at my other place where I shoot. And then we're going to play Spectrum with a randomized aspect, villain, and modular encounter as usual. So thank you all so much for watching, and have a killer week.